Keep going. 5 minutes, we will be starting the game. I apologize. There's not really a great place to stand the video in this rink. So this is what you're gonna get from me today. So there is absolutely no seating except for one small area for handicap in this building or in the inside the rink. Otherwise, we could go up on one end of the rink, um, but then it's through the net or through like the mesh on the top. So I don't think that would be a great recording, but we're gonna miss kind of the whole corner of the rink, but I'll do the best I can. Welcome for those that are watching live. Definitely jealous of y'all that are sitting in your recliners watching it on your TV or on your phone or iPad because it's super cold in here. They also have Live Barn if you want to watch it on Live Barn, if you have Live Barn. Sorry about that. I had somebody talking to me, so I didn't want you have to hear that conversation. But up there in the glass is like literally the only place for bleachers. But as long as we get our action down on this net, we will be great. I got some good video down there. Can you guys speak loud enough and I'll record your plans? This isn't our rink. The coaches that are on the other team are right next to us, and they asked me to turn the heat on. I'm like, it's not our rink. For those that don't know, that the place that we are at is the home of the Lakers. Just different Lakers. All right. Looks like we're gonna get ready to play. We have Sloan. No, Emma facing off with Capitals getting a hold of the puck and bringing it down into their zone. Again, very sorry I cannot see that corner. Um, Emma got the puck on her stick, gonna bring it down into our zone, get it over to McKenna and tried to make the swing. Not quite got there. Shay's gonna get it on her stick and try for a shot. Shay's gonna hustle across back into the neutral zone. They're gonna regroup, send it up to McKenna. McKenna's gonna bring it in. It's got poked away out into the neutral zone again. Sloan's gonna get it on her stick. Try, got poked away. McKenna sending it up to Sloan. McKenna's gonna get it on her stick and try to get it in. Little face. She's gonna fire it off. Try to. We got our first goal. McKenna, number 27. McKenna not. Score is 1-0 at 13 minutes and 23 seconds left of the game, or left of the period. It looks like we have 15-minute periods. Sloan for the face-off. We got a whistle. Huh? Oh. Here, no, Sloan bringing the puck up and bringing it into the offensive zone. You're gonna try for a shot. Bounces off the goalie stick. Little Kira's gonna get it and fire it off, and there's a pad shot and covered by the goalie. When's my kid gonna get to play? Sorry, guys, didn't get that face off. Get some action in the forbidden corner, is what I'm going to call it today. Wolf is sending it up and into our zone now, back into the neutral zone. It's gonna go past Jay. Jay's got it on her stick, sending it up to the center to Piper. Piper's bringing it up the side, near side. Got into our zone, but they got a hold of it and sent it back into the neutral zone. Alyssa sending it back in. Back into the neutral zone. Back into our zone. Alyssa to Adrena. Adrena tag to get it over to Graceland. Alyssa's going to send it back up into our offensive zone. Keegan's going to get it on her stick and bring it in. And got poked away. Kelty's going to try for a stab. Graceland's going to shoot, and that goes wide. Adrena tried to get to it, not quite able to. Grayson's going to hustle across, try to get that back check on number 11. Grayson got ahead of her. Still got it away from her. All right, and then we have an offsides call. We're gonna choose who's gonna get it behind the net. Emma's gonna grab a hold of it and send it back to Lily. Lily's gonna send it back in. Bree's gonna get it on her stick and take it around. McKenna's gonna get a hold of it, send it back to Lily. Lily's gonna play it. Just kidding. I can't move that fast. Sorry, guys. Keegan's gonna send it in. Emma's gonna keep it in. Emma's gonna fire it off at the net and just goes wide. Bree again, getting it on her stick for a moment. Sending it around. Oh, slip past Keegan. Down in behind Elena. McKenna sending it across to Emma. We're gonna shoot it in. We're gonna get a line change, get some new wheels. Sloan's gonna come in and attempt to keep it in. I'm not quite able to, but able to get it, poke it away for a moment. They were able to get a shot on, but missed. Alyssa getting it sent in. We have Lena coming around the back. Right down in front. So you're gonna go try to get a hold of it. Sloan's gonna get it on her stick and bring it in. And attempt to fire it up. Straight to Alyssa. Alyssa gonna regroup, sending it across into the forbidden zone. Can't see it behind the net. Over in the far corner there, that's tied up against the wall. sadly getting it into our zone, our offensive zone. Piper Kruger trying to get to it. Okay. Corey get it on her. Still. Piper's gonna try to keep it in here as we battle it out. And Elena makes the save. Face off down in the forbidden zone. Graceland taking the win in the face off. Back there, comes around the back of the net. Cleared by Lily. Graceland gonna get it on her stick. It gets poked away. Lily poking it away from the White. White sends it back in over to Keegan. Keegan's gonna get it on her stick in the forbidden zone of the camera. Keegan's gonna get it on her stick and try to get a shot, and gets poked away again. Really not able to keep it in. Graceland's gonna pick it back up. Getting some pressure there by White. Get back in the neutral zone. Melissa's gonna send it over to Shay. Shay's gonna send it across to Graceland. Graceland's gonna get it on her stick and bring it back in. And she's gonna fire it off, and that's a pad save by the goalie. Getting the line change here. McKenna sending it across to Bree. Bree attempting to get it on her stick. Emma battling it out. Sorry. Gets so close. Over to McKenna. McKenna's gonna send it up to Emma. Not quite able to get it there. Melissa sending it over to McKenna. Getting it poked away. Emma's gonna get it on her stick. And she's gonna fire it off to the chest of the goalie. Or a whistle. I'm gonna face off to the left of White. He's gonna bring it in. Sloan gonna get it on her stick, sending it across into the neutral zone. Discovering that I'm not being able to see quite a bit of the ice, I may try for up in the warm room behind the net, but we'll see how that goes. Lily bringing it in and shooting it down to the zone. Corey getting pinched off in the corner here. Piper getting a hold of it, sending it across to Alyssa. Alyssa gonna send it up to Hadley. Hadley's gonna send it over to Piper's. Piper's gonna bring it in. Sends it down. She's gonna get switched out. Hadley sending it up to the goalie. Goalie sending it back to her. Hadley's gonna rush around to try to get a hold of it. Graceland slides in. Hadley keeping it in. Oh, back into the neutral zone. Hadley over to Alyssa. Alyssa up to Graceland, getting it touched away from Graceland. Getting punched in the boards over there. Back behind Elena. They're gonna bring it up and try to bring it in. Go back in the neutral zone. Now brought in. Sending it deep around. Graceland able to keep it in. Really getting it on her stick. Sending it up to Graceland. Graceland's gonna try to bring it around. Keegan gonna bring it around. Getting and that is end of period one. You what? I'm going to one. All right. Are we getting 15 minutes? Oh, okay. I was gonna say. Oh, we're gonna take a very short break. I think they said 2 minutes. All right. We're gonna slide into the second period. We got Emma for the face-off, Bree and McKenna on her wings, Lily and Keegan on D. Lily sending it back into the neutral zone. Emma's gonna get control of it, sending it up, and oh, Emma takes out the net. Face off to the right of the white goalie. Lily's gonna keep it in, sending it around behind the goalie. McKenna's gonna get a hold of it, and we have a whistle. Penalty for tripping McKenna Knopf. Tripping for McKenna Knopf. So now we have a penalty kill. Graceland on face off, sending it over to Alyssa. Alyssa sending it out into the neutral zone. And again, Alyssa again sending it across. And that's going to be a shot. And a goal by Alyssa Matthews from almost the red line by the goalie. Yeah. All right. Score is 2-0, 14-15 left of the second period. Graceland on face off. Piper gonna chase the puck. We are still on a penalty kill for another minute and 36 seconds. Alyssa getting it out of there. Graceland getting it poked away. Another one getting picked up. Sent it around. And I am so sorry. I'm thinking the camera is wider than it is, I guess. Jay stopping that with his feet, getting it center on the back of the net, back up behind Elena. Now back up into the neutral zone. Graceland's going to be the chaser this time. Oh, I got a collision in the neutral zone. And that was, I believe that was an offsides call. All right, we got Sloan on the face off. 51 seconds left of the penalty kill. 13-19 left of the second period. I apologize for the time on in the first period. It just slipped away from me. I was more intent on the game than I was on the time. So I'll try to do a better job there. That whistle's going to bring us down to the right of Elena. They're going to try to lock it in. Not able to get past Sloan. So they're going to pass it back and forth a little bit. Sloan's going to poke it away. Kira's going to try to get a hold of it and send it back into the neutral zone. And that's an offsides call. Line change. We're gonna face off. We got Piper on face off. Puck coming back to Alyssa. It's gonna go around behind the net. Shade's gonna pick it up, send it up to Hadley. Hadley's gonna miss, and it's gonna go down for an icing call. 4 seconds. Excuse me. 4 seconds left of the penalty kill. 12:35 left of the second period. Score is 2-0. 2-0. Piper on face off. They fire it to Eleni. It goes wide. Hadley gonna battle it over here, and Alyssa takes that, that in the breather. Piper's gonna get that on her stick, and she's taking it down into our zone. Kept in by Shay. And they're gonna try to send it out. Shay's gonna again send it back. Back around behind White's net. And Graceland not able to get it on her stick to get that shot. Graceland able to get that away from White. Sorry, we're on full strength, by the way. That told you that like 30 seconds ago. Gonna face off to the right of their goalie. Graceland's on the face off, sending it over to Kelty. Kelty's gonna send it to Lily. Lily's gonna send it back in. Gets and they're able to make the ball. Just heard the coach go, that's that player's first ever goal. So they asked to keep the puck. First ever goal for that player. All right, we're gonna face off. Keegan gonna get it on her stick and send it across to Lily. Lily's gonna send it up into the neutral zone. It's gonna now go into our zone. Bree's gonna be able to keep it in. Emma's gonna pick it up and send it back to Lily. Lily's gonna fire it off, and the goalie stops it. And goalie gets it covered. Score 2-1. 10:48 left of the second period. Sloan getting it on her stick, sending it in, bringing it through the neutral zone into our offensive zone. Sending it back to Shay. Shay's gonna fire it off, and goalie stops it from going in the net. And battle it out in the far corner there against the wall. They're gonna send it around into the forbidden zone of the camera. Unless they're gonna stop it, get a hold of it, sending it over to Kira trying to send it away. So I'm gonna get it on her stick and bringing it back into the neutral zone and gonna try to get a shot off, but very wide. Have those some with your Piper. Piper's gonna send it across to Shay. Shay's gonna bring it or attempt to bring it into the neutral zone. Piper now gonna bring it into the neutral zone, bringing it up and around, getting it into our offensive zone. In the forbidden zone of the camel. We'll get it. Corey getting a shot goes wide. Second corner unable to see again. Hadley moving up. Slides past her, slides past Piper. She again gonna fire it over. Just goes wide. And we're gonna have an icing call. We're gonna face off in the not so great camera zone. Graceland's on face off, sending it over. Can't even see who's sending it to. Graceland chasing it back around behind the net. Lily's gonna pick it up and back to Graceland. Graceland gonna keep it in. And it got tipped up over her. Keegan's gonna get a hold of it and she's gonna try to take it in, sending it up around behind the goalie. Graceland's gonna get a hold of it. Not able. There we go. Stuck up on the boards. Grayson got a flat tires. Gonna send it across in front of the goalie. It's gonna get brought down here. Lily's gonna pick it up. Take it into the neutral zone. Sending it up to Grayson. Grayson a miss. And gonna Grayson's gonna chase it over. Bring it around behind our net. And we have a whistle. Offsides. That was a very delayed offside whistle. Very delayed offside whistle. 7 minutes, 22 seconds left of the second period. We're gonna face off right in front of us. Emma for the face off. Down in the forbidden zone. Emma's gonna bring it around the back of the net. They're gonna get a hold of it. Instead of bringing it in their zone, but Emma's gonna say no way. Get a hold of it and send it over into the neutral zone, sending it to McKenna. McKenna not quite able to get it on her stick. Bree gonna pinch it up against the board. So we're able to keep it, sending it back wide. Listen, Matthews is gonna be able to get it and get it on her stick and take it into the neutral zone. Not quite able to keep it on there. Emma gonna get it on her stick, and she's got one-on-one with the goalie. That goes high over the net. Alyssa getting it on her foot, gonna send it back to Sloan. Sloan gonna try to bring it in, not quite able to. McKenna gonna try to take a shot, and that is wide. Sloan trying taking a shot, and it goes wide, and we're back in that zone that I can't see anything. Lily keeping it in. Lily over to Kira. Kira's gonna get it sent in. Goes back to Lily. Lily stops it from going out, and she gets a shot on, but saved by the goalie. Back into the neutral zone. Lily's gonna get it on her stick, try to regroup, and sending it in. 4 minutes, 16 seconds left of the second period. Scores 2-1, and we're now in the neutral zone. Keegan's get regrouping, and she's going to take it in. He's going to go left and go around the back of the goalie, sending it back to Piper. Piper's going to get shot off, and it's going to hit Corey, and it's going to get covered up. We got a face off in the forbidden zone. Graceland on face off. Goes over to Shay. Shay's gonna keep it in, sending it along the boards. Gonna go behind the goalie. They're gonna get it on their stick, sending it up into the neutral zone. Shay's gonna beat him to it, sending it back into the neutral zone. Not quite. Grayson's gonna get it on her stick, and she's going to bring it up into the indoor offensive zone. She's gonna shoot, and it's gonna be on pad save. Grayson again, centering it and getting it covered. Face off by Emma in the forbidden can't see anything zone. Shot over to McKenna. McKenna's gonna try to shoot, but that goes wide. Emma's gonna pick it up behind the net and bring it around, looking for center and shot to the glove of their goalie. Two minutes, 59 seconds left in the second period. And I can't feel my toes. If you guys don't care. Into the neutral zone. Keegan's gonna pick it up, and she's gonna not quite able to get it around the players. Still in the neutral zone. Lily's gonna pick it up and send it in, and gonna get the shot on the goalie, getting it pushed away. Keegan now looking for a place to slide in. And we got another penalty by Emma Schleister, number 44. Interference, I believe, is what they called that. Interference. Now we're gonna face off down here on a penalty kill. Graceland over to Alyssa. Alyssa sending it along the boards. They're gonna shoot it goes wide. Shay's gonna rush to the stick or rush to the puck. They're gonna get a hold of it. And they let him go. .157 left of the second period. Scores 2-2. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. They're bringing it in. Lana gets it on her stick. Then time to send it back. Keegan bringing it around the back of the net. Sloan going to get it on her stick and bringing it up into our neutral zone and into our offensive zone. They were able to send it back into the neutral zone. And we have an offsides call. We're going to face off. McKenna back to Alyssa. Alyssa gets around the back of the net, back across. McKenna's going to pick it up on her stick. And she's going to take it around the back of the net or into stop. They got a shot on. Pad save. Sherry going to get it on her stick and bring her back into the neutral zone. 30 seconds. 30.9 seconds left of the second period. We're going to face off to the right of their goalie. I'm going to go around the back of the net. Puck. Alyssa going to keep it in. I'm going to get into it. It goes past Graceland, not able to get the shot on. Alyssa sending it up. Graceland now going to try to center it. It goes high. Back into the can't see. McKenna going to fire it off. And we're in the second period. And it looks like get a van break. So we'll be back in 15 minutes. All right, we're back on the ice. And get stretched out quick, get warmed up. Got my hot hands put into my toes and my shoes. Got me some hot chocolate. Get ready for the third period. Number 44, Emma. Gonna go for the face off. We got McKenna and Bree as wings. Alyssa and McKenna. Nope. Alyssa and Shay on D. Getting into our defensive zone. Alyssa gonna pick up the puck. We're gonna go around the back of the net. Alyssa again going back around the back of the net, sending it up to Bree. Back into our neutral zone. Back into the zone where I can't see on camera, but Alyssa has a hold of the puck, sending it up, sending it across to Emma. Now it's to McKenna. McKenna getting it into our zone, and Emma keeping it in with her shoulder. Bree gonna pick it up on the boards. Back to Shay. Shay back to Bree. White's gonna take it around the back of their net. And I'm gonna push her off to the side. Shay. Yes, they're in the blue zone. Flowing for the face-off. They're going to take it into their zone, and they shoot wide. And into that zone where I can't see anything. Keegan's gonna get a hold of the puck. Figuring out what she's gonna do, bring it in across. She's gonna go wide, bring it around. We're gonna bat it in the corner. Luna now gonna battle it in the corner. I'm gonna bring it back into the off neutral zone and shooting wide into the defensive zone. You're gonna beat them to it. You're gonna send it back. Sloan's gonna pick it up and go around the back of the net where I can't quite see. Went up into it on the boards. And Sloan getting it out into the blue neutral zone. Kira getting that pushed away. Keegan getting that pushed away from White. White gonna get a Sorry, Keegan getting control of it and taking it around the back of the net. Gonna send it up around the boards and back into the neutral zone. Piper's gonna get it pushed away. Lily's gonna bring it around to the back of the net. And Corey gets a hold of it and centers it into Piper. Really getting it pushed away. Hadley gonna battle for it on the boards. Piper's gonna come up. Uh, and Lily for the penalty. So we are going to be on a penalty kill for 2 minutes. 11:01 left of the third period. And a 2-minute penalty kill. Graceland getting the puck, sending it up. And that was an offside. Graceland with face off, sending it over. White getting control of it. Sent up into the neutral zone. Grayson's gonna chase after it. They're gonna bring it back around. Alyssa getting a hold of it and sending it wide. In the neutral zone. And then looks like White for the penalty for high sticking. Graceland was holding her hand wrist, so hopefully she's okay. She went off the ice. So we are 4-on-4 for a minute 4. Graves, control of the puck. Around looking for someone too. Not quite able to get controlled there. Emma getting a hold of it, bringing it around, looking for a shot. And that was off of the pad. Sloan centering it to Emma. Emma back to Keegan. Keegan gonna bluff and Sloan gonna go after it, get a hold of it. Cool. Emma tried to get this shot. It goes wide. Emma gonna pick it back up. Try to chip it up over the White. Back to Keegan. Keegan gonna try locking it in. Not quite able to. Back into the neutral zone. They're gonna take a 5th change. We are full strength now. Corey gonna chase after it. Get it poked away. Again, we got offsides. All right. We're on power play for 25 more seconds. Again, power play, 25 more seconds. 8:28 left of the third period. Lily sending it across to McKenna. McKenna's going to bring it in. McKenna's looking for center, not quite able to get it. And Lily was able to save that. McKenna able to get control, sending it over to Lily. Lily's going to try to get it in. Piper tried to give it a boost. McKenna, center or fire it off and pad string. Kelty able to get over to McKenna. McKenna getting control of it. Piper going to bring it in. Piper's going to shoot. Goes wide. McKenna keeping it in. Now we are back to 5-on-5 hockey, and it's 7 minutes, 23 seconds left of the third period. Back behind the net. Pearson battling it out along the side. Keegan gonna get it on her. Escape. Deep in behind the net. Keegan gonna bring it across. Bring it in. Grayson's gonna go with her. And Bruno tried to get their shot. Saved by the goalie. All right. Emma facing off. Piper McKenna has the wings. They're gonna take a shot. And the pad save. Up there and over to Emma. Back to Alyssa. Alyssa's gonna keep it in. And back into the neutral zone. Emma to McKenna. McKenna bringing it in. And she gets a shot into the glove of the goalie. Or a face off right here in front of us. Slowing on the face off. Graceland and Kira's wings. Sloan getting it on her stick, sending it across, not quite able to maintain control of it up and to our defensive zone. Alyssa waiting for it over in the corner. Back into a neutral zone, down into our fencing zone. Shot on, but air shot. Jay back to Grayson. Grayson gonna try to fire it across to the center. You're not quite able to get that shot. Also gonna bring it back into the neutral zone and sending it across. Grayson not quite able to get out in time. Or the offsides call. Fix our net. Score 2-2. 4 minutes, 58 seconds left of the third period. Lily's in control of the puck. Trying to find where we're gonna go. She's gonna bring it in, sending it across to Keegan. Keegan's gonna fire it, and that was a save. Back to Keegan again for another try. Keegan attempts the shot. He's quite able to get it through all of the people. Keegan saving it, bringing it back in. McKenna calling for it and fires it right into the chest of the goalie. Oh, we're gonna face off on my near side. Goes into the face off and woo, back into the neutral zone and all the way down. They're not gonna call it icing, so it's gonna go around the back of the net. Grayson's got a control of it. He's gonna take it full ice. Got it poked away, but got it brought in. Lily's gonna get control of it in the neutral zone, or as Kira Gromas would say, the blue zone. Lily's going to try to get it into the net and not quite able to get it there. Back to Keegan. Keegan bringing it around the corner. Grayson's gonna try to get control of it, and Sloan getting control of it, sending it over to Hadley. And they're not quite able to get control of it. Again, getting waved off for no icing. Lily getting control of it back behind the net. I'm gonna send it around. Keegan gonna battle for it over in the corner. Here comes Sloan around. You guys probably can't see it. Sloan's 1-on-5 there. Sloan able to try to get it over to Emma. Emma to Alyssa. Alyssa tries to get the shot on. Pad saved by the goalie. Emma back into the center, trying to get to her teammate. Back into the neutral zone. Piper is going to have control over it. Sending it over to Emma. Emma's going to have control over it, and she's going to bring it in. Emma to Alyssa. Alyssa tried to get to McKenna. Cross-checking by Logan, but that's okay. We got this. Two to two, 2:27 left of the third period. Alyssa over to Faye. Faye sending it up. So again, Emma getting a hold of it. Sending it up to McKenna. McKenna sending to the center. Not quite able to get it. Piper's going to go after it, sending it back to Emma. Alyssa able to keep it in. Now back into the neutral zone. Piper's going to go after it. McKenna getting control over it. Putting it back to Alyssa. They're going to regroup. Get it sent in. McKenna over to McKenna. Gristle and Sloan have a plan. Got the plan. If Gristle would get it to where she said she was going to get it. Person sending it wide of the net. Here's going to come around. Stopped by Keegan. Keegan's going to battle it in the corner. Grayson getting a hold of it. She's going to fire it off into the goalie. 52 seconds left of the game. 52 seconds left of the third period. And the score is 2-2. Let's go, Lakers! Come on! I apologize if I screamed in your ear. McKenna trying to shoot it over. 36 seconds left in the game. Emma getting a hold of it. Burning. Emma with a shot on. Not quite able to make it. Alyssa with a shot. Not quite able to get it there. Back into the neutral zone. Cross to McKenna. Shoot! The end of the third period. Score is 2-2. I guess. All right. We're going to end with the tie. Oh. Yep, we're gonna end with a tie. Score 2-2. I will go live tomorrow. Finish up with our prayer.